Yeah, sit down, Cobes. Sit. Say hello. Say it. My beautiful boy. And you come in and you do the readings with me, don't you? He loves doing the readings. And it's not the same when he's preoccupied somewhere else, is it? You're going to say hello? Say hello to everybody. Yes? Say hello. Big hello. That's the way. You stay there. You can sit with me while we do our readings. Yeah. Oh, he's a gorgeous boy. He's great company. He's got something to say. Have you got something to say? Welcome.
Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your May Zodiac Wheel reading for 2020. What messages are there for Cancer for May? I invite Great Spirit, angels, and my guides to join me in this reading for Cancer. What messages are there for Cancer? Thank you. For Cancer's highest good and for the good of all concerned. Okay, so now with this being in the first house, it's showing that there's some part of you that is needing healing and you're feeling a bit wounded and finding it a bit hard to hide that from others, Cancer. So, but the message of this card is telling you to use your wisdom, ask for strength from higher realms, and it's also speaking to me that maybe there's a bit of restless nights or lack of sleep involved with it, which will only compromise or compound the situation. So you're needing to really get some really good rest and some good sleep in order to heal, okay, and move past this situation. It's letting me know that it's a temporary situation. You are moving into much more positive energies because you've got the Ace of Pentacles being shown there. New beginnings and financial abilities really coming to the fore here. So something that you've been working on or are starting to work on now in May, you may find painful and tedious with that Three of Swords there, but it is ultimately going to bring you the rewards that you are seeking. You may not see the benefits of it for another year, but you will notice the growth each month. Okay? Now, being a Cancer, even though people don't necessarily always see Cancer as a leadership sign, it's one of the cardinal signs, and the cardinal signs are leaders. The Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. So there is a leadership quality involved with this as well. So do keep the bigger picture in mind, even though there's a bit of tension being shown here, or maybe your nerves are on edge. Keep the bigger picture in mind. And if you have to work with others, you will find a way to do that in spite of it all. You know, whether or not you actually enjoy these people as on a personal level, on a level of achieving your goals, if you have to work with them to do that, then you know, so be it, sort of thing. All right. Now, this is also letting you know that there's a good reason for you to be proud of how you earn your money and your creative talents. You can bring a lot of your creative talents to the table with this endeavour, and it will bear fruit. 9 of Pentacles. That's financial security being shown there, even though it's being shown in an area that's about communication, your neighbourhood, siblings, that kind of thing. So it's your local situation, your local environment that's being highlighted here. You are looking to be in a very good position financially. Now, there may be an initial outlay, but that will come back and tenfold, or ninefold in this case. So I really like that 9 of Pentacles being there, because you can communicate on a grander scale, and the way you communicate, you may have to take baby steps in learning how to do that differently, but you're going to grow and blossom with it as you go along. And then this in your home and the base of your wheel, your family will all benefit from it, and you will feel a lot more content and happy within yourself. This is the completion here with the 10 of Cups, and it's the happy family and home situation. So finding some peace also with your parents, your immediate family or nuclear family, providing a firm foundation in your life, and you know, showing your devotion and loyalty to your loved ones and sharing your home. Okay? There's also a peace and harmony in that 10 of Cups as well within a partnership. And your intuition is on high, also being shown to me there with that High Priestess. And that's influencing your 5th house, where the full moon in Scorpio is on the 7th of May. So you're also really expressing yourself passionately about your pursuits, and you will fare well out of any creative projects. So if you can bring your creative flair into your financial endeavours, you know, the blossoming will even happen even quicker. And this is also finding enjoyment in esoteric, metaphysical realms as well. And it's letting you know that water sign energy and that moon energy is very prominent for you Cancerians, and you're really switched on and tuned in to your psyche, and you can use that as well to make some of your big decisions that you've got to make. or you will want to make. This is the fun house, and you do find fun in that. It's a nice way to be in this world but not of it. Now, here in your daily routines, you sort of got to get that sorted a bit with that Eight of Swords there. Your routine is a bit scattered, and you don't alternate between leaping into daily chores and departing from routine to chase some of your adventures. So you're kind of wanting to you're wanting the enterprise, and you're working hard to get it, but I feel that there's something that's taking your focus away. So maybe using the discipline, if you like, of the metaphysical realm, meditation, visualization techniques, breathing techniques, connecting heart and mind with the breath is also another good way of relaxing and doing that. You may find that you're not so scattered, because that Eight of Swords is about aggressive ambition, which can lead to destructive activities and conflict and mental stress. Okay? So you have to also have the technique of calming your mind. So I will ask here, what is the divine direction message for you? How do you calm the mind? How can you look after your well-being through this time? How can Cancers look after their well-being through this time? Ooh. Okay, so we've got two cards that came face up. Thank you. And the first one is home. It's time to renovate or change something in your home environment. It could even be about moving home. Interesting. So let me know, is that one of the things that is causing you a bit of anxiety? And the other message is decide. It's time for you to make a decision. Call upon your spirit guides to help. So that's interesting too, because once, with being a bit anxious or mentally scattered and not being able to focus, or toing and froing about something, it is often the case where, you know, you've just got to make the decision. Once you make the decision, the doing becomes effortless. So please do decide. Whatever it is you've got to decide about, you've got the time now to contemplate it and decide on it. So now here with the Knight of Cups influencing partnership, that's a bit of romance being shown there, Cancerians. So in that 7th house of partnerships, relationships, whether they're business or personal, Jupiter is retrograde there. And that's the 14th of May. So that will bring attention to, it could be a best friend, it could be romance, it could be business partnerships. and a need to use that beautiful Cancerian charm so that you can avert, you know, any foes. Because the Jupiter retrograde is going to expand the intensity of relationship in your life. But you can use your philosophical attitude without using it as a weapon. And the best you can, this is a good sign that you'll be able to steer clear of, you know, really intense disagreements. Now, again, that Jupiter cycle does represent a new life unfolding. As well as a new perspective of your own spiritual or philosophical beliefs, bringing you to a new understanding of those things, which also could put people that thought they knew you could put their nose out of joint. You know what I mean? So, and you've got that Jupiter conjunct Pluto giving you that great push forward. All right, but remember to come from that gentle water sign energy and not be too forceful trying to make others see your point of view. All right, but once you've made the decision, the doing will become effortless, because you really are full of vitality at this stage here, Cancer, and you're ready to build up whatever it takes to get you there, and build new associates as well that are going to be more helpful in assisting you get there. All right, so it's sort of starting at a grassroots level, I suppose you could say. Which isn't surprising with Saturn retrograde there in that area of shared resources and joint enterprise. But I do feel that there is assistance from others or other people's resources, and there's some action being taken in regards to that, with that Seven of Wands influencing that area. Using other people's resources to build something substantial for yourself. And knowing your limits as well, I feel, is significant there with that. That can bring the regeneration. Now, here with the Three of Pentacles influencing long distance travel and philosophy and speculation, you build up I'm hearing network. There's a network. So you will have to let me know, Cancer, what is the network that you're trying to build up, and how is that unfolding for you? Because you have the ability to devote yourself to this. Even though it will entail some disappointments, It will also be inspirational. And any extra training or studying that you take on will bring you into a better position of so you may start off with getting some sort of like an apprentice type income, can make
Out
it
of it.
move forward from there. Now, in the area of your career, it's showing me taking what you need and leaving behind what isn't working for you anymore. The Five of Swords is also another sign of stress. So there is something that you are stressing about to do with your career, how you're presenting to people, and your day-to-day routine. Because that's where all the swords are, in those positions. And you do have to walk away from something. Or you may be turning, you've outgrown certain people in your career area of your life, and you have to leave that behind now to pursue this this new path that's opening up, because the Five of Swords is showing you that you're strong enough, capable enough, and you've got the tools. It's just getting your head into the right space. You've got the training being shown here, or the certification, higher education in that, higher knowledge being shared with you. You've got people willing to back you or support you. I'm going to ask Divine Direction to clarify that there for me, or for you. So what message does the Divine Oracle have for Cancerians in regards to career? Will do. Thank you. Okay. Meditate. Reconnect with your inner spirit. Walk, practice yoga, meditate, or listen to music. Okay. So you've got to quieten your mind. That's a message that you're overthinking. You're letting other people's opinions get to you, or maybe it's their attitude about it. And it's to do with the outside world, and it's about career. Now, I feel that this move here with it is really, really important to you, so that's why you want it to be going in a certain direction that you want it to be going in, but you can't push against the flow of the river. You've got to learn to go with the current, but at the same time build your own way of doing that. So there's some action needing to be taken there. So I'm going to now ask for your angel message, your guardian angel that you can turn to and ask for guidance, assistance, or help. And you have the angel of positivity, letting you know that you're not alone in this. By using your inner spirit and reconnecting with your inner spirit, you will get your messages that will bring about your positive outcome. Now, here is your hopes and wishes area, social groups and friends, and you've got another beginning card of the Ace of Swords. Creative power and individuality. to do with your ambition, cutting through the crap, getting rid of debris. It's a double-edged sword. Also involves legal. Maybe there's a friend of you that you have that you can talk to about some legal interests of yours. But this is also letting you know that there's plenty supporting this new venture that you're looking at, or new ideas, because the swords is also the, mental activity and brainstorming and that kind of thing. So this is letting you know that that's also an opportunity there for you with that. Now the new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time on the 23rd of May to set your new intentions, and it will be in your 12th house. So if you practice listening to your spirit, listening to your higher self, listening to your guides through meditation, or angels whisper to those that go walking, wonderful new possibilities and ideas. You'll have some breakthroughs, because you've got here the Two of Swords being shown here. So I do feel, that there is competition. This isn't necessarily one of the most romantic readings, because it's, even though emotionally you've got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups showing me that emotionally there's contentment and love in your life. You're being shown a lot of love, and you're able to give a lot of love. This is also showing me that there's some sort of competitiveness. You're ready to compete, and I'm hearing that there's some sort of enterprise here that you really want to grab hold of and run with, but there's some tweaking, let's say, that you've got to do, and a lot of it's to do with your mindset and how to communicate, or you've got to learn to communicate a whole new way to get the whole thing up off the ground, whether it's you applying for a new job or you becoming a sole trader, whatever avenue it is that you're going in. But just remember that you've got the angel of positivity with you, and to not let yourself get too bogged down in that negative way of thinking. Now, Venus is one of the main planets this month that is really changing up the game, and that is in your 8th house here, Venus retrograde. So again, it's about timing of when to start something and when to end something. So I do feel that with that higher education being shown there, and the apprenticeship stage being shown with it, it's not necessarily not a time to start a new academic or studies, or get extra qualifications, but if you can sort of hold off on that a bit until after June, I just feel that it will be a better time to move forward. So just know that the Venus retrograde, the influence of the retrograde is to retrace steps and learn something over again. The Venus retrograde is a time to control your impulses. Okay. Now, here in the partnership area, you've also got Pluto and Jupiter retrograde. Okay, so that is letting you know that you need to really think deeply about the path you're on, carefully analyse that situation to do with partnerships and relationships, find the balance, and just know that there's time now if you need to make any corrections. Because ultimately the Pluto retrograde energy is a time for us to work on ourselves, set ourselves free from the past and break old cycles and bring about positive change. Yes. And the Pluto energy is one that has us reaping what we sow. So it's a very karmic situation in relationships at the moment. Okay? And it's there in the partnership area. Alright, so I will ask for your confirmation card message for Cancerians for May from the animal medicine cards. What message do you have for Cancerians? Oh, there we go, thank you. 6 of Winter. The Rescue Cat, mixed breed. The challenging times are coming to an end and you can now breathe in a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. Okay, so letting go of what didn't work for you, meditating on that, asking for messages, keep your journal handy. You may get messages through your dreams, and by letting go and readjusting, you'll be able to find that you're sailing out of trouble. Okay? So thank you so much, Cancer, for joining me. Sending you much love and many blessings. Until next time, namaste.